Advisory committees provide distinct advantages to CTE programs when it comes to serving special populations.
I think some essential partners for a CTE program are local schools. And what I mean by that is local community colleges, universities, technical schools, things like that, so that the students can earn credit as they're in high school. Once the kids see that they already have earned credit, that makes the vision of going to school, going to college, going to technical school that much closer, that much more a reality. So that would be a very important first place to start, I think, with partnerships. We have, in Round Rock, we have agreements with Austin Community College, Texas State University, as well as some others, Southern Career Institute. So we have a variety of places that the students can go, as well as statewide articulated programs, which means if the teachers have the credentials, the students can take that to over 100 different junior community colleges throughout the state. So that really makes it seem a lot more feasible to those students who otherwise might not think that they can go to college, as well as saving the parents or the student money in the long run too. So that's where I would really begin.
So when we talk about essential partners, we've got our institutes of higher ed that we're looking at. We use our local community for our advisory boards, but then also finding that one business that might be the right fit, even if it's just for one or two students. Some of the local area hospitals, and we're not yet partnering the program, but it's something I'd like to explore, is finding ways and avenues for our students, maybe that have graduated in a setting like an 18+ program, but helping them transition, giving them an internship that can eventually lead to a skilled position that they could fill, doing rotations in a hospital, looking at data entry, looking at sterilizing of tools, but finding that niche, that repetitive, very routine position that someone may not appreciate would be perfect for a student that has autism. And so finding those avenues for them to be successful, but creating that partnership with a hospital that would allow us to rotate our students in. There are all kinds of jobs in a hospital setting. Most people think of RN or a doctor, and that's just not the case. That's a small percentage of what really it takes to run a hospital and make sure that the healthcare is delivered to patients. And so giving our students those opportunities that may not be on the forefront or that everyone thinks of when they think of a certain career field, but making those available to our students. So those partnerships are really key.
However, it is important to determine how an advisory committee can be efficiently established and the ways in which they can meet the goals of your program. At our featured ISD, the health sciences teacher presided over the first meeting of her advisory committee. Here are some highlights of the meeting and a follow-up interview that we conducted with her.
Currently, I am teaching in the Health Science Academy, and I am teaching the Health Science Certified Nurse Aide course, as well as the Practicum in Health Science, which is our Pharmacy Technician course. And as far as the role for the advisory committee, they really help us to make sure what we're teaching is relevant. They also provide us with insight as to places we can get internships for our students, field trip opportunities. Provide guest speakers for us, and they also just let us know about different opportunities in the community. Texas A&M Health Science Center just had 20 of our students go over for a pre-medical symposium, so our students really benefited from that, as well as they talked to us about a nursing academy that will be next week with with St. David's downtown, but we have some students that will be going to that as well. So really just kind of provides a connection between the school and the community, and how can we best benefit our students in that manner. And of course, what is the purpose of? I think we kind of already established what the purpose is. It's to get the input from you guys, for you to kind of evaluate us, to help us decide what path we should take here in the classroom setting. Also, we would invite you, we would hope you would invite us into your establishments to provide the students an inside look. It provides them that real world connection so they can see what we're teaching in the classroom actually applied in the setting. So, whether it's field trips or internships or job shadowing, whatever that may be, we would hope that we would be able to engage the students in that manner as well.
You guys need donations, like, I don't know, medical Microscopes.
Microscopes. Because I can go back to my leadership team and go, hey, Stony Point needs this, 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 and this, what can we do?
Well, that was one of the things that we were discussing, because it would be great if anybody has any, like, old oil immersion microscopes that you would be willing to donate, because the new ones are not, they're not what the old ones were. And so we can always use them, because I have really like 31 in one of my micro glasses. And that, I don't even have enough microscopes for them to pair up. So I can buy new ones, but the old ones are so far superior. I mean, unbelievably so. So if you have any old Swift, those are great. Like, I mean, you know, that's just personally, but you know, yes, we can use donations if possible. If you just know of anyone or any lab that might have some, that would be a really, really nice thing.
So currently this year we have 4 advisory meetings scheduled. Our first one was in October. We just held one this past week, which was our follow-up, of course, to the initial meeting. Since that time, we have established our bylaws. So myself and our chairperson and some of the other members met and established the bylaws, and then we voted on those the last meeting to get those in place. We've selected the leaders or the officers. We did have someone step up to be the chairperson, and we decided that I would be the co-chairperson to kind of have a good link between the school and the community. And then we also had someone step up to be secretary. So we were a little worried that those roles might not be filled, but we did have people that stepped up to the plate and kind of took that action on. So going forward, what we're looking for are just their input as to different opportunities that they may know of for our practicum students, which are our senior level classes. They have a time in the spring where they can choose their own internship. So just looking for those opportunities in the community to keep their ears open and kind of check with people that they know if they could maybe find places for those students to go. So that, also the field trips, anything that they might know. Again, different opportunities, like I spoke about, the nursing academy, the pre-medical symposium. There are several summer camps that are available, so just kind of learning about those opportunities so we can present those to the students so that they can benefit from all of those.